Hello, everybody. It's me, the Comic Book Frog, and tonight we got an awesome story for you tonight. What do we have, Eric?
For what? For what? It's the Justice League of America.
Yeah, I gotta say, this is my first time reading through this. I mean, I browsed through it earlier, but I'm really excited about this. Now, let me full screen this so it's not so weird looking. As I mess up everything every time. Bam. Alrighty. We're gonna go in here. We're gonna go right into the book, I guess, right away. This is let's see right there. It's Brad Metzler, with Ed Vaness doing the art on this. This is issue 1, which came out in 2006. And let's jump right into it.
Gotham City, the cave, today.
I'm not sure if this is Red Tornado or this is just the.
It's generic, I think.
This
Okay.
is a story about history and destiny.
And a man named Brady.
Who is bringing up three very. Oh no, he had three boys of his own.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Batman.
You look good, Clark.
Thank
You
you.
too, Diana.
Mm-hmm.
His heartbeat tells me it's the truth. And at 40 beats per minute, that's fast for Bruce. He's actually excited. It still doesn't calm me down, not that I'd tell him that.
What's wrong, Clark?
Nothing.
You only hesitate when you wear glasses. What's wrong?
Nothing. I'm just wondering if we should call the others.
We broke it, Clark. We should be the ones to put it back together.
She doesn't need the lasso to convince me that's the truth. My father tried to save the world by himself. It didn't work. Some things have to be done together.
Okay, who's first?
Captain Marvel?
I want him.
Bruce, remember the part about starting with discussion?
No one knows where he is.
Then we should find him. The league needs him. He should be on the team.
I'm not arguing, but let's be clear on the why. And it can't just be because you think he's easy to control.
That's not what I said.
But it's what you're thinking.
What's amazing is Marvel hasn't even reached his potential yet.
We'll get him there.
He's a child.
You're questioning the wisdom of Solomon?
Diana's wrong. Sure, Bruce loves control, but in this case, Bruce won't say it, but I can see the way he's staring at the photo. He wants the captain because he's good. Not just a good fighter, truly good. And on a dark night, a little light always makes you feel better, even if you won't admit it.
Yay, Ebenezer.
Mhm. Cute, Bruce. But just so you know, there's no way you're getting my vote for Nightwing.
Merciful Minerva. Bruce doesn't laugh, but he does grin. And I'm once again reminded that the League was built by friends.
Okay.
Okay,
Is that you or me?
I don't know.
I think it's Batman.
That sounds like bad. He's taking
Cool.
the lead.
Okay. Who's next? Red Tornado?
He's dead.
Come on, Clark. You of all people know this one.
He'll be back.
That's me. He'll be back.
Hoboken, New Jersey. The laboratories of Dr. Will Magnus.
Kathy, you should go.
This is a love story.
My name is Kathy Sutton. I've been through this 7 times since I first met him. 7. People think it gets easier. They're wrong. I'm fine.
I've been through this. I know what you.
I've got a babysitter until 6. Treya understands. She wants her daddy home. It always takes a bit to collect the pieces, and even when there's no league, the league does it. Hal helped this time. Last time, it was Bruce. As a favor, we asked Magnus to put them together. He didn't hesitate. He, of all people, understands.
It's only been a few days.
Usually it's instantaneous. We get the pieces, his soul floats in, and he comes back.
Kathy,
Sometimes it's just a few hours.
Kathy, you already called Dinah.
Once he even jumped into that old version in Happy Harbor, remember? Took time to find him, but it was still quick.
I know it's hard. Okay. If you want, I can.
Uh-oh, here we go. He's not like your toys, Magnus. You can't just make a new one. Oh, God, I didn't mean. I'm not mad. Your point is a fair one. I still shouldn't have. Can I ask you a question? How did he make you love him? Excuse me? I've heard the story. Skeets told a Superman robot who told it to us. That you were working in a job placement office and and John came in trying to establish his human life. But what did he say that made you love him? Please just answer the questions. Previous employment?
Freelance law officer.
Freelance. Reason for application?
Survival.
Hey, are you putting me on, Mr. Smith? No, you're not, are you? I can see it in your eyes. Tell me, sir, when was the last time you had a decent meal?
Why,
Never mind, I can imagine. Come on, I'll treat you to lunch. No buts. Okay, go buts. No buts. The name's Kathy Sutton, girl Samaritan, and I haven't lost a client yet. So it was his eyes. Should I have the doc order me new? No, Platinum, that's not. It wasn't just his eyes. Well, it couldn't have been his hands. They're as cold as a metal rail. You know, if you want, the doc can install coils that will warm them and simulate. It's not his hands either.
It's the other thing.
Don't go there. Then is it the crossword? The what? The puzzle. When you first got here, I saw you reading him the crossword. There, in your purse. Yeah, no, that's what we do every night. It's just a thing. Her head tilts slightly, and I can tell she's lost. Of course, I try to explain. Here, okay, here. Try this one. The clue is a gentlemanly goose, and the answer is
propaganda. Proper. Gander. Ha. I like that one. Do another.
it started as a joke. It became our nightly ritual. And though he'd never say it, I always knew what it meant. Magnus, Evo, even Moro can program logic, create intelligence, and download buckets of dictionaries and encyclopedias. But no one, not even the best, can program a sense of humor. Propaganda? How is that a gentleman goose?
Oh,
Kathy, are you about to cry? It only gets worse as my phone vibrates in my pocket. Traya, is everything? Mommy, I got the cake ready. You bringing Daddy home now?
Oh, it's Zach.
Uh, there's no reason to be so panicked. Even Traya is calm. From the moment we adopted her, she's always understood. 7 times, he's found his way back. For that alone, I should tell her everything's fine. That her dad will be here soon. That everything will be alright. But that's what Platinum will never understand. When I first met him, I knew it was right. I could feel it. I'm sure he'll be home soon, Muffin. Damn it, John, why can't I feel you now?
You know, at first I figured you were doing this for yourself. But it's for her, isn't it?
it's for all of us, for my family.
Then why don't you tell them, or at least the League?
Because she and they will try to talk me out of it.
I'm trying to talk you out of it too.
The difference is, you know I'm right. Of all people, you know what it means to be.
Don't depress me, okay?
But that's all I am, half a man.
Yes, you are okay. Half a man.
Ow!
Yeah, well, at least you got the good half. But I get the point. And when it comes to picking bodies, there's no better person to speak to than a dead man. I gotta say, I'm impressed. You're holding your astral form great.
Your help has been invaluable, even with our short visits. Look how she holds my hand.
Gotta see the art in this is great.
Oh, amazing.
You can be tapping that and you're hanging out with me. I mean, I know that look. If you're already having regrets,
You're misreading me, Boston. This isn't regret. It's excitement.
He's still the best.
That one, I think, is bats.
No, it's not.
That's Wonder Woman?
No, Wonder Woman's always in red.
Okay.
No,
That hasn't been proven. Both Kyle and John have.
Could we ask them to compete, all three of them, like a contest?
We're not having them fight each other, Diana. Hal's our friend.
He was our friend.
Please, Bruce. This is old already. The man crawled back from the dead to do the right thing, and you're telling me you honestly, with everything you've been through together, you still honestly don't trust him?
He's in. Who's next? No.
No.
Clark,
No.
I still vote yes.
Is that Wally?
It's a placeholder. I think we should get Bart, former Kid Flash.
I thought he didn't have his powers.
He has his powers.
We should have a speedster just for tactical reasons.
Bart's just a boy.
Who grew up quickly. He can handle it.
If we want, we can ask Jay to join.
Bart can handle it.
I disagree, but let's vote. Yes.
Hell yeah, she's ready.
I'd do it. Mhm.
Easy there, Bats.
I agree. Power girl. Mhm.
But she does do windows.
Welcome to the Justice League of America.
Star City.
This is a coming of age tale.
I believe that's supposed to be
Who is that?
L. Jordan, I think.
Which is you?
Oh,
That was something else, man. Dear Lord, she's huge. I really am an uncle. This is Roy.
yeah, there's actually great uncle. Make you feel old yet?
No, sirree, not me. Now that I think back, and I'm back, I think I'm younger than you now.
Yeah, Ollie said the same thing when he came back. Of course, he's the only other person on this planet who thinks no siree is still socially acceptable. You dork.
You know, son, that's yes your third old man joke in the past 10 minutes.
Yeah, but I figured you wouldn't remember the first two. That a problem for you?
I'm still deciding. My head says no, but my ego says I should take you in that ring, remind you who taught you how to fight.
Well, I'm not on drugs anymore, old man. Hope the ring's charged.
That's
That's Ginger
right.
Boy. Come on.
that's Ginger.
Dinah taught me how to fight. Ollie taught me how to be tough. This isn't the Arrow Cave, Hal. I've learned a few things since you've been gone.
Since you've been
Like how to grow a soul
Except,
patch.
except how to shave. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
But there was only one man who taught me to be unafraid.
Why don't you show me?
Uh-oh.
It's a lesson I'm still learning to this day. Is that how you used to get him to spar? Macho goading until he was riled up to take the bait?
Worked every damn day. How else do you think we got so good?
And he's thrilled to once again be teaching it.
You raised you right, Roy. I'm sorry I missed all those years.
Don't worry, we've got plenty of time to.
No, there's a kiss of death. Don't worry, we've got plenty of time. I'm surprised he didn't get shot dead in the next panel.
To be fair, this is 2006, not 2016. Give me 1 second.
Hal, it's Dinah. Kathy says Reddy still hasn't shown. She sounds bad, Hal, and she's not one to get shaken easily.
As always, he doesn't hesitate.
Just tell me when you need me to be there.
How's right now?
I know that look. He's about to make an excuse to leave.
That's fine. Listen, Roy,
And then he stops.
you up for some cross-country travel?
We're not taking a truck, are we?
No, we're gonna fly.
Even better. Let me just tuck Leanne in and make sure everything's safe at home. Metropolis.
Yeah, that girl with the skirt there, low skirt, that's canceled today.
Mm-hmm.
Zach Lightning. This is a story about friendship and cake.
That's actually Red Tornado. What do you think, Red Tornado?
Oh,
That's okay.
Now it's Black Tornado or Black whatever.
Black Tornado.
My name's Zachary Richmond. For 2 years, I worked in Lex Luthor's corrupt administration. The goal was to infiltrate and gain Luthor's trust. We got something far more valuable than that. Who else?
Well, first it was Plastique and an electrocutioner, who now call themselves the Bomb Squad. I don't know why, it's kind of weird, but
That's a stupid name.
that's what I said. They thought I'd make them sound scarier.
Is that Cake? The scrub with the bloodshot eyes is Phil Cobb, aka Signal Man, one of Bruce's lunatics. He used to be addicted to the scarecrow gas, but the way he's scratching his head, his new addiction is Psycho Pirate. Silver Ghost said it's an amazing high. You know, if you want, I can get you help.
I'd rather have cash. No, if you have it.
The irony is overwhelming. If I wear the lightning, they hate me like poison. If I show them Jefferson Pierce, someone they still think has ties to Luthor, they'll tell me anything they think, I'll put it in his ear. Tatsu calls them my informants. I call them my new best friends. And the single easiest way to find out what these guys are really up to, I'm paying for your meal. Be happy with that.
Tao Jones said.
Tao Jones gives me Ultra Humanite's new identity, and the fact that he was trying to buy a Menno helmet 2 days before it happened. Plus, she spends her money on her mom, who has ovarian cancer. You gave me some self-interested kidnappings and spend yours on Psycho Pirate doing happy and ecstatic. Now you want Luthor's help or not? Speak up, boy. I can't hear you. He can curse all he wants. Like so many others, he came to me. And as long as I keep scratching their backs, we'll keep getting the inside track. So you were saying about Plastique and electrocutioner. You sure they're not on a job?
That's what we thought until 2 days later. Trident disappeared too, in an explosion.
Trident? Like the gum?
This is dated. Like the pitchfork, you know? Aquaman's thing. And to make it worse, last night, Dr. Impossible got attacked with a, ready for this? Some pitchfork thing before he's gone too.
Dr. Impossible?
That's what I said.
Say it again.
Trust me, I know the guy's full of crap. Says he's Mr. Miracle's brother from Apocalypse, but I hear he's just some old penguin goon with a stolen mother box. Either way, though, 4 of us gone within a week, people are starting to freak. Getting nabbed is one thing. Disappearing in the middle of the night and never being heard of again, that freaks all of us out. Even our monsters and ghosts.
Is that perfect or what? They even shaved his head.
Who is he?
That's the best part. No guilt for anyone. Guy's a duplicate.
Is that a gang?
No, for multiplex, you know? The guy who can make 15 of himself. Apparently when he died a few weeks back. There were still some dupes out there wandering around George Romero style. This one collapsed yesterday. Brain dead, but otherwise in perfect shape. I'm telling you, it's a body no one will ever miss. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. Kathy will love you in the old metal body. Even the one with the purple cape.
I know she will. But to give her this, to be truly human for her, and for me, please tell me I'm not being selfish.
Ready? I'm a zombie permanently trapped in a circus outfit. I've seen truckloads of whacked out nonsense in my time. But you're the one thing I know is, whatever you are, it's more than just some stubborn artificial intelligence created by some mad scientist named Morrow. Maybe you were accidentally trapped in that android body. Maybe your true shell was taken before you could inhabit it. Maybe you are just an elemental wind creature from across the galaxy. But if you didn't have a damn real soul capable of love and hate and pain, there's no way you and I would even be having this conversation. You have a soul, Reddy. And as long as that's the case, there's nothing saying we can't put you in a place that's better than some no offense hollow metal robot.
Thank you, Boston.
Oh no. That me? Okay.
Sorry,
I thought my
Zach.
computer crashed.
And my powers?
That's the risk, pal. But from my experience, even when I take over some chubby kid in the suburbs, I can still do my somersaults.
But if I'm hurt in this body, if I die,
Listen, I don't know all the heaven can wait rules. I only saw the original. Here comes Mr. Jordan.
Yeah.
But when it comes to body hopping, I think I'm the only one who gets to go on multiple trips. For you, it's one way. Though personally, I think it'll all be offset once you kiss Kathy for the first time. I know it was for me. Ha! Did I say that out loud? Nice. Connecting with physical objects. Like your
Yeah,
mother.
yes, I'm Warren Beatty. His eyes are green.
Is that a problem?
So are mine.
Take it as a sign, Reddy. Now come on. Time to decide. You ready to become a real flesh and blood boy? Or you just want to be a superhero?
I think we can get him.
Mr. Terrific? Bruce, he's chairing the Justice Committee.
We can still get him.
You're not listening.
Be smart, Clark. Even if we wanted, we can't do day to day. We need new leaders. Plus, he has great, terrific balls.
He's JSA.
So was Captain Marvel. We should get him.
Of course, Ray always has a place, but no one knows where he...
We can find him.
He does need to forge forward. The only question is whether he can.
He's stronger than you think.
I don't doubt that.
Fine. Then vote.
I wish we had Buddy. No harm meant, but Mari isn't there yet.
She's fought well for us every time we called on her.
So has Katana and Rex and Kimio. The League needs more than that.
And Greg Rucka, Wonder Woman, would definitely be advocating for Marie.
With Buddy, we should pay a visit to Ellen.
I hate that Joe.
Yeah. Well, arguably, she is one of the most powerful people on the planet if you look at her powers right.
That's not even true, Bruce. He's a warrior and a leader. Besides, you're telling me we don't need a tank?
Of course we need a tank. That's why I want Victor and Arthur. But what I don't want is to confuse violence and anger with leadership.
Bruce, do you realize that every person we look at, the only consideration you weigh is whether you personally trust them?
And that's any different from Diana voting for who we need tactically or you voting who you think is nice?
That's not even...
Why didn't you vote for Captain Adam, Clark?
Bruce, enough. Besides, when it comes to Carter, I thought you, of all people, would at least appreciate his intensity.
Hub City.
This is a story of passion.
And crime.
I don't usually date within the industry. Especially when said offer comes from some lame come-on note that's given to a Hub City cop who passed it to a Gotham cop who somehow got it to Oracle who got it to me. Blue Devil used to try crap like this.
But Blue Devil never tried quoting French surrealist novelists like Anais Nin. That's the question.
We don't see things as they are. We see them as we are. I'd love to see you ask that. Still, the question.
Firehawk said he's a pain in the ass. That means he's good in bed. The owl in me says to stay away.
Cancel.
But the panther in me
Down, kitty.
is already curling its tail.
And we went black.
I'm looking for the question. He said I should ask for him.
Whoever wants to take this role.
Ain't you gonna be disappointed?
Excuse me?
You can wait all you want, Pumpkin.
I feel the birds first. Seagulls and terns.
But the question ain't operated out of Hub City for over a year.
Danger's coming. Then I feel the tiger. Anger overwhelms me. The place looks empty. Looks on everything. Doberman. They are already here. Lion.
That's it. Just like we practiced. There you go. He'll shake a bit to knock you out. Stay with him. Now, not to get all new agey, but find the glow internal. There. Hold it there. This is the way he's feeling. That whooping, gleeping, glopping, globing.
Zwei Seelen wollen in meiner Brust.
Yeah, that too. Ready. You okay? That sounds like the beginning of a cheer.
If I can't hear you, that's a good sign, isn't it, Boston? Boston? You there?
This
No,
screen's
but
so
Zach
white.
is now.
It's so Zach outside.
He doesn't answer, though. I barely notice. Without the weight of the armor, I expected my arms, my legs, everything to be light. But instead, it feels right. Just right. Oh, Kathy, wait till you... There's a dampness on my forehead. Am I sweating?
If not, it's really gross.
And my tongue? My nose? I can't... Why is... That's taste. I'm tasting.
Okay, it's a real boy.
And he's feeling himself up. I can hear you, Reddy, even if you can't.
I'm sweating and tasting.
Just be careful. Without your stabilizers, you're...
Naked.
Whoa. But there's no thud. There you go. Just right. Thank you so much, Boston, for this, for the clothes. Wherever you are, this is... It's everything you said. I can't thank you enough. I need to get home and... Slam.
This is not impossible.
He couldn't see me either. That's what you paid for, isn't it? Speaking of which, I want payment before the solstice. I thought you said you'd do this one for free. I did. Where's my cash? Please don't play the tough guy, Felix. I hear that shake in your voice. You're scared of him, aren't you? half a day in his company, and suddenly you're terrified of red tornado? See, now you're misreading. Tornado's a pussycat, but when they find out what you did to him. I think I got this reversed. It's his friends who are going to tear your lungs from your chest. Star City.
Can I see who's talking?
I think that's Mary.
She's here?
I think this is Hal. Yeah. He's babysitting.
Wait, no, that's it's Green Arrow and so it's talking.
That's Hal on the right. And
that's-
Mary on
and
the left.
Okay, no, that's not Canary.
Yeah, it is.
It's Canary. It's her boots.
See?
Oh, no, because I don't see the fishnets.
Because they're going to visit Leon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Babysitting
That's what he said.
with a real baby.
No joke, Diana. Or Dinah. Babysitting right now.
You're serious? Oh, jeez, this is gonna be awkward.
Someone want to take this one?
That's Ollie. Who's taking Ollie? Oh yeah,
What are you? Oh,
exit free.
What are you? Wait, can anyone see?
that's what the green bubble's for. We're invisible. I had to pause on that because Ed Bennett's art. Love it.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
I know those looks. You're putting the band back together, aren't you?
Yes, we are Blues Brothers.
Hold on. I'll get my bow.
Action. Oh no. Don't die.
Actually, Ollie, we went dark.
Well, actually, Ollie, I don't know how to say this, but you're not the one we're here for.
Don't forget to put her on the potty at 11. Otherwise, she'll wet the bed like you do at 12. Because you're old.
He's so it's so
Bye.
depressing.
Her look.
Go get him, Roy.
Hoboken.
I think it's a doctor.
Yeah, I think that's Magnus.
She finally went home.
Finally, she'd been here all day, doing nothing but reading puzzles to him.
Actually, that's gold.
Oh,
It's okay.
Oh, sorry.
It was the saddest, sweetest thing I'd ever seen. And the best part, the doc was watching.
I heard he likes to watch.
Ooh.
New York.
What about cupcakes? We should have cupcakes for Zach, especially if she's coming back soon.
Try ya. I'm not sure exactly when.
And popcorn. He loves popcorn.
Gotham City.
Who's next?
Your mother.
She's a beautiful woman.
Graphic, you bad?
You're trying to be gold.
I'm gold. Oh.
You're gold.
Platinum, please tell me you didn't spend the whole day bothering the poor woman with make Doc love me tips.
Oh, gold. Has my programming ever been that addictive?
You hear that?
And Mrs. Hunko said she would make chocolate pudding. You think he likes chocolate pudding? Can you put candles in chocolate pudding? Will they stay?
You want a tank? Let's get back to the real talk. A real tank. Oh, we tanks. We got Superman.
Yeah, that's the real thing.
Zzz, Shunk.
Chunk.
somebody's breaking in.
Uh-oh.
Maybe we can do the trick candles Uncle Snapper gave us.
Daddy-O.
No, you don't want those candles.
Yeah. Something bad's happening.
Here, what?
Oop,
Uh-oh.
there goes Cold.
Who's there?
Mommy, someone's at the door. Gold. Sweet creator. Gold.
Wait, how did you get in here?
Ooh.
Gold. Bruce, just because Carter.
Forget Carter. You ever taken the time to see what Tornado's made of? He's not just a robot, Diana.
Mhm.
At the door. You hear that? Daddy's back.
Model go offline. Model Lenham offline. Alarm engaged.
Ew. See, you kill me off in everything reading.
Well,
Daddy.
The kid's next. No.
Try it, don't.
That's possible.
The object identified.
Mm-mm.
The pieces.
That's us.
It's
Oh,
all
actually,
something.
it's studio. Yeah.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
it? I can't tell.
yeah,
That's
that's Batman.
That's
Yeah,
bad.
Batman.
Yeah. The pieces, the tech are in there. It's like that ring you once showed me, Clark.
Legion flight ring?
That. I can take it apart, but the technology is advanced. So advanced, it's like a caveman pounding on a microchip, or a brain eating a Pringle can.
Mm-hmm. Try it. Don't open the door. Oh no.
What's Zach again?
Object acquired, Master. Let's see Mr. Miracle do that.
Dun, dun, dun.
Try it. Stop. Red light, try it. Red light.
Then how'd you put them together?
I didn't. Sure, I repaired the shell and bang out the dents, but the tech is in there. When the pieces are together, it's as if it's. I think it heals itself.
Hush tube activated. Take me away, Father Box.
Oh. Daddy! Try ya.
Come on, more feeling. She's frightened.
Try ya.
Try it.
Try it now. Make no mistake. There's a reason they grabbed ready in both prices. They're ready.
Bruce, he's our friend.
I'm not saying otherwise, but if you want to talk untapped potential,
Ugh.
John? Your hand. It's warm. But the body,
It's okay, my love.
sure you don't need any help.
I'll be fine.
If you need any,
It's killing him, isn't it?
like it's killing you to stay on that panel. He's prouder than you think. Hal, tell him we're fine.
Yes,
Oh,
you are.
Ollie, she's fine. Now leave us alone.
you want me to call for help?
No, not until I've had my dinner.
What has he been back now? 7 times?
6.
7 each time fully functional within 24 hours. I'm telling you, both. The whirlwinds are a great long-range weapon for the team. But based on what I saw, the most powerful and potentially dangerous thing Reddy's got going for him is the android body itself.
Target returned, Master.
I believe this is Ivo. Whoever wants to take it.
It's who?
Professor Ivo.
Open him up.
Ew.
Forget about my old shell. I don't need it anymore. This is a story about history and destiny and love and coming of age and friendship and passion. My name is Redtor. My name is John Smith. And this is the story of my life. Dun, dun, dun.
Aw.
And there we go, people. This is that's it.
The Tornado's Path.
Yep.
Chapter 1. Life.
Excellent.
All right. That's it for tonight's reading. We thank everybody that joined us. I'm sorry for anybody who had to sit through this. I said to see. I'm sorry. Orkwar, I just saw you pop in. Sorry. I was sharing.
Hey, no problem. I was listening in anyway.
What do you think of our reading skills?
Not bad. It's the same thing that happens with me when I try to do this stuff. So this is the reason I just wanted to listen. It's I'm way better at improv. So you put a script in front of me, I go right off back where you know it.
Well, we're
Wasn't
not
bad.
we're not professionals here at all. In fact, we're the unprofessionals.
Hey,
Very out. You didn't even mention who was in the cast tonight. That's how professional.
hey, speak for yourself.
All right, what are you talking about? I mean, I gave you the full entire list except for that one last guy, Ivo, and the bartender. Otherwise, you had the full shebang, at least for the whole entire day.
Do it like a Marvel movie. Introduce us now during the end credits.
Oh,
Yeah.
you wanted to introduce you? Okay, not the characters. I mean, we're here to read, not the.
No.
But anyway, what? I am the Comic Book Frog. I am one half of the greatest channel on YouTube, but only has 106 subs. We need more to spread our awesomeness. And we have to the right of me, we have Marania. She's every woman in the world. When we do readings, at least.
Yes. Good evening.
Well, we have the graphic man who does his channel every Wednesday night, the Four Colored Fossils at 7 p.m. Eastern.
No, 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Eastern.
Is it 8 p.m. Eastern? Oh,
8 p.m. Eastern.
7 for me, 8 for you.
Yes.
And then we also have, below him, we have John Smith, a.k.a. LK. And then to the left of him, the little Marania, we have the great back issue king, Eric Breen himself.
I'm waving.
Sure you are.
And then we also have Orc War Chief who just joined us. So
Hello.
Hello.
One of us
So
had
where-
the good sense to wait until it was over.
I wanted to ask actually. I've never seen this comic. When did this come out?
this is the 2006 Justice League.
Yeah, 2006,
Okay.
Volume 2.
Okay. I've dived down the indie hole. I keep looking around, going, "There's comics. I keep forgetting. Yeah, there's comics over there." I've gotten so deep down there. Other than watching some of the old Ninja Turtle stuff, every once in a while comics surprise me, and that's about it.
Well, I gotta say, this is also Graphic Man. This is your first time reading this as well.
Yes.
You're a back issue guy as well.
Yeah.
In both ends, just like Breen. And me and LK.
That's
Yeah.
it.
We
I
all
met-
have back issues.
I met
This
Brad
one-
Meltzer last summer.
I have back issues too, but not that kind.
Well, then this didn't look bad from what I was watching. The artwork looked really crisp. It wasn't too horrible. Like some of the stuff I've been seeing coming out of Marvel every once in a while, it's just like yee. But this one was really nice. It was crisp. Because I was watching on the side while I was doing my stew there, putting my chicken stew away, and I was looking up and I was like, yeah, the art's good, and it actually looks like a good. I'm actually tempted to pick up the issue, so that's and start having a look at this.
The artist has pretty much been phased out of the big two because they tried to get him to tone it down, but he can't not draw women hot as hell. So
Yeah.
now he's pretty much doing his own stuff.
Well, that's shit, man. Like, you know what? A good art and a pretty lady will move a comic than anything that exists.
Yeah,
like,
but Twitter bitching trumps all of that, and the wokesters that they pander to are outraged by all things pretty. So they first tried to get him to tone it down somewhat in Batgirl because he was the original artist on that one, Gail Simone, in the New 52. And then they put him on like one of the Green Lantern books that had almost no female characters at all, which is basically like bringing in, a relief specialist to pitch to the blind. I don't know. It's just, it didn't make sense.
And this was back when the big companies put their heavy hitters on the big books. I mean,
absolutely.
This was Brad Meltzer. This is not some crappy ass YA author that sold half a dozen books. I mean, this is a guy that was selling million copy volumes and knows how to write. And this was what came out of after Infinity Crisis, right?
Identity Crisis. That was his introduction to DC. Right.
Well, I know that, but then this JLA though came.
Yeah, that led to the end of the previous, the one that started with Grant Morrison, and then this was the series that followed that.
Yeah, and then you had Ed Benes, who at the time was one of the all-star hottest artists, and you can see why in the story. And the first arc of this is fantastic.
Oddly enough, whenever they take polls of like good artists, he's never mentioned. Never has been. People say Chris Bacalo's better than him. Ed McGuinness is better than him. Humberto Ramos is better than him.
Well, this makes me want to look up into that Batgirl you were talking about because that was some sweet art, and that was like both, but like the male characters also looked good too. Like let's not be honest, that was really good art.
Yeah,
like I was actually I kept looking over, and that a comic that catches your eye. That's what you want. You don't want a comic, when you're looking at something, you want it to catch your eye. If it's not catching your eye, then you ain't going to pay attention. Like it's a very visual form of media. You have to see it.
Listen, no offense to the people that are here. I don't know what you look like, but I know what the rest of us look like, and I see myself every day. I don't need to see that in my comics. I want men and women to look like impossible standards that can't be met in real life.
This is so not new. Like everyone, I hear people complaining about this, but let's be honest. This has existed forever. It's only now that we're actually seeing these the cult of Karen grow to the point where it's got this is stuff like the burnings back in the day when they burned the Satanic Panic. I was there for the 90s, the 80s and 90s where they were burning D&D books, and I was at that period where I was getting into that stuff when I was watching that, and when they were like, "Oh, Conan comics are awful. Oh, you can't have Conan comics." And then there's the other stuff that came out, which was really funny. I'm thinking of doing a video about the whole stupidity of all these different bannings and burnings and stuff, and how absurd some of it got. Yeah. So it's just now it's becoming an issue. Like I feel bad because that artist is amazing.
Yeah,
it looked really good. It was popping too.
What's funny now is, I'm seeing Chromo over there talking about sex sells. Go to Kickstarter, go to Indiegogo right now, and look at how many comic book books that are on there for crowdfunding have strong, sexy women in them.
Yeah.
God knows I've supported more than my share because they're good stories. But you've got and you've got people like Marat Michaels, Keith Champagne, on and on that are doing these books that the art would never find its way into the big two.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is that the color, like the old school stuff, did that too, where the color popped. You had visions, you had stuff. Like I was reading an old Spider-Man, and the women didn't look bad even back in the day. Like I got a buddy of mine lent me some of his comics. I'm feeling the twitch to get actual hard comics in my hands. I've been grabbing a lot of visual, like the PDF stuff from my tablet, and it's been. I remember just the colors popping and looking good. Like it's such an improvement. And then we started backscaling into, the new Squirrel Girl comics. And it's just like, eh. I'm gonna go back.
Well,
Back to it.
If you're feeling that itch, there's an auction every Saturday night.
Yep, over on Angleton Loves Comics.
No, it's on Old Man Comics.
Or actually, sorry, Old Man's Comics, but it's the same person. But it's over on Old Man Comics every Saturday night. It goes for at least 4 hours. So he does have some trades in there, but he also has a lot of this, single issues from Silver Age, more sword towards to Bronze Age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 2 auctions
Lot of
ago, I
copper.
got
Copper,
15 Infinity Inc. Issues. So there's
Yeah.
all kinds of fun stuff.
Well, there's a lot of stuff I've been considering getting back into. I if I'm going back though into it, I'm going to my old comic book store again because I lost a lot of stuff in a flood, and
Wow.
we between me and a buddy of mine, this was years and years ago, and I just don't have the interest in getting comics after all that went bye. We back in the day when me and him were doing work and doing side stuff, he had his own place way before I ever had my own place. I ended up getting apartments, roommating with people, so he just kept my stuff. And I just kept growing more comics. And so we were kind of one of those guys where we would go to his house, plug in the old VCR, watch one of the many thousands of tapes we had, and we'd sit there reading comics. And because I was reading his comics, he was reading mine, I just left it there. His kids were enjoying it, and we had a flood, and it wiped the entire basement, raw sewage, wiped everything out. It went all the way up. The water hit pretty much. He walked in one day. They went to a movie. They walked in and stepped in, and they just stepped into water. And they just kind of turned on the light, and his whole gone. We lost everything. So that was like $10,000 worth of comics gone. $20,000 right there. Some even more. He had some number ones because he's collecting all the number ones. So it's like. He lost a lot. I lost a lot of stuff too because I was lending him video games, movies, Oh, it was rough. And the whole place stunk. So it was just he couldn't stay there for at least a little bit. So
it sucks. If you have flood insurance, you can't replace those books.
No, never get half of those back because some of them are irreplaceable. Like I'm kind of kicking myself. I started recollecting Dungeons and Dragons comics. I cannot find I had a lot of issues, and I've only been able to replace maybe a couple of the issues I actually had because I had that whole run.
England's got some on his auction though.
I might keep an eye on that because I'm still, but I want to give the comic book store the love because that guy's he went through everything through both of the little situations for the last couple of years, and he was still able to keep his store open. So you got to give the love to the local comics if you can. The guy, especially the guys that day in day out are still willing to do the work, still willing to have you there and go, yeah, I'll buy your comics. Come, I'll buy your comics if you don't want them. I'll put them out there and I'll make damn sure they'll get wrapped, prepared, ready to go. I'll make sure they're in good condition, and we can I'll sell them out and someone else can enjoy them. So. What do you guys think about the libraries getting comics now?
Well, they've always had comics. A lot of them had them. Yeah, growing up in the 70s.
A lot of them had paperbacks and the
yes,
bound volume, yeah.
The old Flashes, old Supermans, especially from the Golden Age. Some of them were actually inside the actual in the 70s and 60s.
Really?
Right now. Oh, you're leaving Graphic?
Graphic's gotta go. Take care.
I thought he's saying he has a library we can check out.
Well, we should kind of wrap this up.
Yeah, we should. Well, that's a nice little afterthought for this. So I'm glad you enjoyed it. I enjoyed this. My first time reading this, and like I said, I loved the art of Benez. When I look at his stuff, he does draw women the way women do appear.
Mm-hmm. And
Uh,
and Orc, if you want to stop by next week, we would be glad to have you.
Actually, if you want to join us, there is another reading happening over on
English
Comics. I'll set you a link.
10 p.m.
I'm very improv, guys. You do not want me trying to read something. I go way off the topic. It's bad for me, and it's bad for that.
You haven't heard some of our readings, have you?
We
Like,
do
it's
ad lib,
bad.
yes.
We do ad lib, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
But that's it for the night. Hope you guys watch this on the replay, enjoyed this, and please leave a comment down below. We appreciate comments. Nobody seems to leave comments for us anymore. I don't think we ever got comments. But yeah, let us know what you thought of this book, and if you want to support us, there is a little Ko-Fi link right here going across the bottom. Every dollar helps us buy new comic books for us to read to you, because not all of them are on the DC and Marvel app. Sometimes we have to buy the actual issues off of Comixology, or we like to call it now, Crapology, Amazon Kindle.
Amazonology.
Yeah. So, with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this. See ya, I guess, when we see ya.
Yeah. Take care, everybody.
Say goodnight, Frog.
Say goodnight, Froggy.
Goodbye.
Eat a